Hey, how's it going? So today, I'm sharing 3 simple yet powerful mindset that I live by. 3 rules that have helped me achieve success, overcome challenges, and stay focused on what truly matters. And I promise I will keep it real, relatable, and as cliche as possible. So let's dive in. Hey, what's up, wonderful people? My name is Jean Lu, and if this is your first time, welcome to my channel where we make a difference in life. Alright, rule number 1 is consistency. I know you heard that a million times, and I know it's not the flashiest rule, but trust me, it's one that works every single time. Now, if you watched my previous video, you know that taking action and just start without even knowing is a crucial step. However, getting started is just a small part of the equation. We need consistency, aka the discipline to keep going. Showing up day in and day out, doing the things that we need to do, even if you don't feel like it. Now, the worst thing you can do is constantly start something, give up when you lost the motivation, and move on to something new over and over again. Like my favorite quote from Bruce Lee, I do not fear the man with 10,000 kicks, I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. Makes sense? But success doesn't come from occasional bursts of effort. It builds by showing up every single day. Well, think of it like brushing your teeth. If you skip a day, you'll be fine. But if you skip a month or even half a year, well, your teeth will start to rot. Now, when I started my side businesses, it wasn't the big wins that made the difference. It was the small, consistent action that I took every day, like designing new products, improving my website. Those tiny little steps adds up over time. And even when things were slow, I kept working at it and kept pushing. And even though I didn't feel like it was a huge success, but the lessons that I've learned will help me in my next venture. Now, consistency also played a huge role when I was learning golf, for example, which was one of the hardest games that I've ever had to learn to play. I was terrible at it at first and had so many injuries like tennis elbow and stuff like that. I just couldn't hit the ball straight and was hooking it left and slicing it right. It was terrible. But I continued to show up at the driving range week after week, got lessons here and there, and I started to improve. My swing got better and I started to enjoy the game even more. So golf is like life. It has its up and down, and it rewards you for being patient and consistent and keep going at it. Now here's the fact for you. Study shows that forming a habit takes around 66 days on average. So, if you just stay consistent for just over 2 months, you're well on your way to making the things that you're learning your second nature. Now, one way to overcome inconsistency is to do the hardest things first, or the tasks which you hate the most first. Because once you got that out of the way, you can then look forward to do more enjoyable tasks. It's like a little reward for yourself. For example, I hate doing leg workouts. I always tend to skip leg day. Please don't tell anyone, hence why I have these tweaked legs. So I schedule my leg day early of the week, like Monday or Tuesday, and get it out of the way so I can look forward to doing more enjoyable workouts the rest of the week. And remember what Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Even on days when I didn't feel like it, I would force myself to show up because showing up consistently, you're telling yourself that it's worth it, and that belief is what separates the dreamers from the doers. So once you have consistency dialed in, you need to incorporate rule number 2, progress. Now let's be real here. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again without any progress or improvements, then you're just stuck in a loop. Nor if you started something and expected big results immediately by just overtraining and overpracticing, and that's not realistic as well, because you will burn yourself out and fall out of consistency as soon as you see diminishing returns of your improvements. Now, when you first learn something in the beginning, it's always fun and you're excited to see big gains and improvement. We call it the newbie gains. But as you progress, those gains will start to diminish. So what really matters is making progress, no matter how small or how tiny it is. Baby steps will still move you forward, and that's all you need. See, when I first started working out, the first few months is where you see all the biggest gain. The pump was real, the bicep, the delts were getting bigger, and as you go into your second and third year, getting your dream physique like Thor, Captain America, gets harder and harder as you start to see the gains diminish. Every single lift and calorie counts to reach the last 10% of your goals. Each session at the gym wasn't about being perfect, it's about being better than yesterday. Now, another example is when I started investing. I made a lot of mistakes, even big ones. I'm talking about the mistakes that will make you question your life choices. I made a lot of money in the beginning and lost it all, and that repeated a couple of times throughout my 10 years of investing. Now, instead of giving up, I was humble. I learned from those experiences and focused on getting better little by little. And over time, those small improvements compounded and add up. So it is important to look back and celebrate those small wins and see how far you have come when you first started. They are the proof that you're growing and evolving. Now, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Taking it one step at a time and trust the process. So don't worry about moving slowly. It's about heading in the right direction and enjoying the journey. So once you start to see progress, we need to move on to the final step, which is patience. Aha, patience. The rule that we all need but secretly wish we could skip. Now, in a world where everything is one click away, waiting can feel like a torture. But here's the thing, good things really do takes time. It takes a lot of time. Now, back to my previous points about consistency and progress. Patience is the key ingredient to hold everything together. We need to be patient to see the results. We need to believe that as long as we stay consistent and just be 1% better from yesterday, in just 100 days, we would have already been 100% better. A patience allows us to play the long game. It's where everyone would have already given up, but you still kept going because you believe something great is waiting for you on the other side. Now, when I was building a team of 200 people at my previous company, it didn't happen overnight. It took years of hardship, mistake, mentoring, learning, and creating a culture of trust. Some days were tough, with setbacks and challenges, and there were so many times I was thinking of giving up. But I remind myself to stay patient and focus on the long-term goals. And over time, the team grew into something amazing. Now, back to investing again, patience was also critical to honing my skills. The majority loses money because they bought at the top of the market. When everybody was making money, they thought they could make a quick buck. And when the market crashes, most will sell at the bottom due to fear. Now, but if you have done your research, understand what you're investing in, and have full conviction and stay patient by holding the investment throughout the ups and downs, there's a high chance that you will be highly rewarded for your patience and resilience. Because the best rewards often come to those who wait. So the same principle applies to personal growth, relationship, and well, life in general. Now, here's a quick fact. Do you know that it takes an average of 10,000 hours of practice to become expert in something? That's roughly 417 days, and that's if you work 24/7. But don't worry, I'm not saying that you have to give up sleep. The point is, patience and persistence go hand in hand. Like one of my favorite quotes from Steve Jobs, you cannot connect the dots by looking forward. You can only connect them by looking backwards. Patience is about trusting that the dots will connect, even if you can't see the full picture yet. And let's be honest, patience isn't always easy. It's a mindset that you can develop, just like anything else. Practice waiting, whether it's for your coffee to brew or for your goals to take shape, and you'll find that it's worth the wait. And always remember to look back and appreciate how far you have come. So there you have it, my 3 mindset for making it big in life: consistency, progress, and patience. These 3 principles have guided me through every challenges and success, and I hope they could do the same for you. Now, if you find this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe button for more content on personal growth, and let me know in the comments below which rules resonates with you the most. And oh, if you have any rules or mantra that you live by in life, share it down in the comments below. I love to hear it. And until next time, keep pushing forward and make a difference in life. Cheers.